everybody, this is Rustin with Metalholic magazine and the Examiner. With me, fellow Metalholic Johannes Eckerström from Sweden, from Avatar. How you doing, brother?
Doing good. How are you, man?
I'm awesome. I'm just so psyched that you guys are here. I was worried you weren't going to get over here for this tour. And then you guys were out with Seven Dust and Lacuna Coil.
Yeah.
And you guys dropped off that tour right before, because they're coming here in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I saw that.
and then
weird.
Like 2 days after that, while I was licking my wounds, they said Avatar's doing a headline show. And I'm like, there is.
And good news, sir, that means we're doing a full set.
Exactly. So you and I spoke last year in March. Black Waltz got a lot of year-end love. Metalholic, top 50, you guys made the top 10.
That's awesome.
Matter of fact, you were my top pick, but I'm not the only one that gets to vote on it. So.
That's cool, much appreciated.
You guys have got to be pretty psyched about how well the album's done. You had such a wonderful 2012.
And especially this whole thing with doing well on radio with our kind of music does not really happen on the other side of the pond, you know?
Right.
In almost any any country in Europe, just unless I have this, you know, radio listeners, metalheads are rarely radio listeners in Europe. So like, not only is it going well and the show's going well and everything's super cool, but also, hey, you reached this and this and that on radio channels. I'm like, what? Since when did we, what? I'm still getting used to it, but it's pretty cool.
Well, and I don't know if you went over and did an interview with 103 The X, who's putting on tonight's show, but you guys were top 3 with Let It Burn on their top countdown for the year.
Yeah, that's so. It's crazy.
And you guys have had Let It Burn was a huge hit for you guys, Torn Apart, and now Smells Like, you know, a freak show is just burning up active rock. So it just is just blowing up and
blowing us away.
Yeah, and you weren't sure. I mean, last year you guys said with Black Waltz you were sort of taking the band in a new direction a little bit from what you had been doing.
Yeah.
And you weren't sure if it would continue on in that vein. You were going to sort of see how everybody responded to Black Waltz.
Well, also most of how we ourselves felt with it, but now it still is. That this well is pretty deep. We have discovered what's going on right now and how we started to do music with Black Waltz. So I think we'll stick with it.
Yeah.
The principles of it. It will still be a whole different album because we're not really fans of repeating ourselves. But still, it will. The clown will stay. The freak show. The freak show prevails.
Well, and it has been phenomenal. Now, obviously, you guys wrote this in 2011. It didn't come out till 2012. Is doing as well as it is. Are you guys going to continue on touring after this U.S. tour, or are you going to go home and write?
Well, we're doing it parallel, you know.
Gotcha.
Bits here and there, and then we tried to also bring the stuff over to write on tour, but something about the discipline on touring. And also, the environment is not always very inspiring. Sitting on a shaky bandwagon, trying to play guitar, or even worse, trying to record some vocals and all that doesn't really work. So, but before we went here and when we come home and until we go out to tour next time, we'll in between always keep on writing.
When you guys came over, as we said, Lacuna Coil and Seven Dust, great tour to be on.
Oh yeah.
How did that go as an opening for them?
The best thing about it is that in Europe, if we compare again, there are different cultures for each country of how excited people are about checking out the openers. Down south and to the east, people, take every chance they can to see every band they can once they go to a show. And where I'm from the north, everyone is in a band. And everybody's are cheap about how much they want to spend on beer at the club. So we do our pre-parties up till the very, very last second. Then we jump into the cab or on the tram or on the bus or whatever. We'll run over to the venue to see the band we bought the ticket for. You guys all over the States, as far as I've seen, are more like Eastern and South Europeans. So we have played for full houses every night. And we blew them away and they blew us away.
Well, here you are headlining tonight here in Boise, of all places. Thank goodness for that. But how long are you guys going to be doing some headline dates? It's just a pretty short run, or?
Yeah, this tonight and 2 more shows, then we go home. But we did in total, I guess we did, no, one got canceled because of shitty weather in Illinois. So I guess we done 10 headliner shows or something.
Nice. But at least you got a chance to do a little bit of both. And one of the questions I was going to ask, and you sort of alluded to it, is I was going to ask you what's the difference for you guys now that you played over here in the States and everything, and of course for years been playing in Europe, what's the difference between the crowds in your mind?
Most of our similarities, because a metalhead is a metalhead wherever you are, you know. So
you haven't been to South America yet.
yeah, so actually that's true. Well, I've been to South of Europe again. You know, it's hard to compare U.S. to Europe because I would say the diversity between each country in Europe is bigger than the diversity between the states of the U.S. You know, we still share a language, and you know, she'll still have the same commander-in-chief. You know, there are 70 of those over there or whatever.
Right.
So more differences. You know, more clear-cut differences. But I would compare honestly, and this sounds like I'm kissing somebody's, you know, but I get a feeling right now it feels like the combination of the best parts of the most fun countries to play in over there. I don't know.
Well, since you've been over here in the States, has anything unusual happened? Anything out of the ordinary? Anything
I went to
fun?
Hooters.
You went to Well, everybody's got to do that at least once.
Yeah.
So, no tour mishaps or...
No, not really. Like we said, bad weather up in the north and northeast. You know, one show with 7 Dust fell through and one of our own. But other than that, it's been insane. We've just been winning the whole time. We actually were in Biloxi, Mississippi, and played at the Hard Rock Casino. Mm-hmm. And you know, we don't get paid very much to play, but whatever we got paid, we put on red on roulette, and we won.
Nice.
That is basically been in many ways the feelings we had, just because the crowds has been so awesome. It's like feels like we're winning people over. And it feels great.
Has that been the most surprising part for you, or has something else been more surprising since you've been over here?
Well, we started with a pleasant surprise with 7 Dust. Was this you know, the first show we did with them was before Lacuna Coil came on the tour, and they're sound checking. And we were waiting for our turn, hanging there, and okay, it's our turn, so we were forward and gonna take the chance to introduce ourselves and say hello, thank you for having us, it's an honor, which it was. But then we go out there, and they're all heading up and say, oh dude, it's a fucking honor to have you guys on tour. And we're like, well, oh, wait, that's our line. Now what? Love your album. Okay, cool, wow, you know. And we were treated like headliners the whole way by the crew, by the band, and you know.
That's awesome. I think that
we became family with them.
I think that's one thing that, in talking to other bands, one thing that I found more of here, because the music industry over here especially is in such disarray. Everything's become so do-it-yourself. Everybody's had to create more of a brotherhood amongst bands, because if you're not supporting each other, you know,
you get a bad rep and then you're out.
Exactly. It's not like the old days where you could be total pricks and it's like, who cares? We're selling out arenas every night. You know? People
are telling me that I'm still pretty young, which means I was 19 years old when our first album came out, but that was 2006. You know, so I have never known any other music business than one we have now.
Right. So, and that's because I'm an old fart. You know, I remember when Led Zeppelin were gods. You know, so that could never happen in this age. So.
No, now it's Jonas Brothers. Right?
Oh my God! One Direction and Justin Bieber go.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm gonna buy.
My camera's gonna break just listening to this. So, when you're out on long tours like this, especially in this case, you're in another country, you're a long way from home. Aside, obviously, from your liquid refreshment, what do you do to sort of keep yourself in performance shape?
I try to occasionally not drink.
How's that working out?
Well, actually, yesterday it worked fine. 2 days in a row. Cheers. No, but you know, when you get the chance, usually, you know, we're like I say, we are in the DIY era of our music business, you know, which means that I'm counting the merchandise. You always have work to do,
right. But
when I don't, you try to get that walk, just check out the area, especially when you get a chance like this, works inside the town a bit instead of. Times it's like industrial area, somewhere right by the edge of town, and there's not really that much to see. Once you get the chance to try to get that walk and take that picture and check out the local bars.
So just for fun, having toured not all over the world, but many places in the world, what's the strangest thing you've eaten and where was it? Well, you've been out on tour.
I'm tempted to say Taco Bell. I really am. I don't even remember. The thing is, I am on again, off again vegetarian. I was for 7 years, then I was for 4 years, and back on track. And as far as vegetarian food goes, we were in Prague, actually, and it was like we were in this basement, and Lurch was serving us. It looked like something from Adam's Family. I don't even know what I ate. It was green, and it was supposedly no animals in it, but still said no when I swallowed it. But then, oh yeah, and then we were at some after party here on this tour where instead of drinking shots, everything was something edible, like chocolate mousse shots, Jello shots, etc. Everything was, if you eat it, you get drunk, kind of thing.
Yeah,
that was weird, but in a fun way. No.
Yeah, college kids here find the most creative ways to get plowed. So
Yeah,
I'm sure they do in Europe too, but
no, they drink.
they just keep it simple.
Yeah.
So I know you've got to eat your dinner and get ready for the show and everything, but a couple quick questions before we get out of here. Since I stole you for 40 minutes last time in the middle of the night when you were half comatose.
Yeah.
So this is a totally pointless and random question. Mm-hmm. If you could get rid of any one pop culture trend or person, what or who would it be?
Ooh, pop culture trend or person. The thing is, I'm not very trendy, so I don't even know what's going on in this world most of the time. Well, okay, well, it's reality TV. You know, because that just hurts watching for so many reasons, you know, and it's like, and it's that is fact that it's still around, you know, people being famous for not doing shit, and it's all staged anyway, and it's all, you know, not that I always played my music, but I remember when MTV actually played music, and you know, that thing. So no, reality TV.
Yeah, and I think we can blame MTV too, because I think, wasn't it The Real World was sort of like the first reality show that they did, and everything's just gone downhill.
Actually, do you know that Survivor was one of the first one, but it was made in Sweden originally. Yeah,
absolutely.
So I'm sorry about that, America.
So last question then before we get out of here. First album you ever bought and the most recent one you bought?
First album was for my own money. You know, bringing that along, so I guess was Euthanasia by Megadeth.
Nice.
And most recent one. Wait. What the fuck did I buy last time? See, that's the problem when you start doing music yourself the way we do. You don't really have time to stick for, you know, Spotify or whatever. Wait, it was the soundtrack of The Elephant Man on iTunes.
Wow, that's an obscure one. So,
there are only so many times you can buy Sabbath Bloody Sabbath before you realize, I already have that one.
This is true. This is true. What is the ultimate Sabbath album?
To me, it's Sabbath Bloody Sabbath most of the time, but only most of the time.
Nice. Johannes Eckerström of Avatar, thank you so much for taking the time. It's an honor to actually get to meet you in person finally.
Yeah, it's likewise.
And hopefully this won't be the last US tour.
I was interviewed. You were the interview I did when I haven't slept for 24 hours. Makes me actually remember you because Well,
we've got you here. Get a new station ID from you if you don't mind. Metalholic Radio.
Hey, this is Johannes from Avatar, and you're listening to Metalholic Radio. Bitch.
Awesome. Thanks, brother.